Countries in the selective censorship category experience a small number of blocks on internet sites and content, however, enough to cause alarms to go off with the RWB and the ONI. Italy is one country that has a complete ban on the BitTorrent site Pirate Bay. This has been a controversial issue because the site Pirate Bay has illegal music downloads available to its users, as well as bootleg movies and other files that have copyrights on them that typically shouldn't be downloadable by users unless they purchase this material. So Italy went ahead and put a ban on the site completely, saying that it was stealing, but the Italian users believe this is a violation of their right to download whatever they please. So this has been banned, revoked, reinstated several times. There's currently a block, but that is a major debate that will continue to go on for some time, not just in Italy, but in many countries. India mainly blocks on religious content, and Google does comply with their demands to block certain religious search words. However, words that you cannot search on the Indian search engine for Google are still searchable in other countries, and this is an example of portal censorship that we talked about earlier. Russia uses unique censorship techniques, which are called second generation and third generation. In second generation, it holds the website owner completely responsible for their own material. And in third generation censorship, the government actually releases fake polls and surveys to mold the country into believing a certain way and believe what they want, so they rig the polls. They also, if you go to a controversial site, can sometimes attach a virus to your computer and therefore be able to track people that are going to sites that the government does not want them to go to and keep a closer eye on them. Some countries under review are Australia for certain laws that have been proposed, as well as France, who proposed the internet and the creation and internet law, which gives 3 strikes to users using sites such as Pirate Bay, and after that third strike, they completely ban them from the internet. Egypt's another country in this category. Due to this last year, they had the 2011 Egyptian Revolution, which centered around a Facebook event that one user put together, and everybody came out and did a demonstration against the overbearing government rule. This led to a shutdown completely of the internet for 5 days, and it was eventually turned back on, and in the end, Hosni Mubarak did step down, which was the desired result and exactly what Egypt was looking for. Countries with no evidence of censorship include Germany, where they encourage personal filtering, Canada, which has a company called Project Cleanfield Canada, which solely focuses on finding inappropriate content online and sending a list to Canadian ISPs asking them to voluntarily block those sites so they're not forceful about it. As well as the United States, who recently had some controversy and made headlines in 2011 with the proposal of the Protect IP and the Stop Online Piracy Act laws, which would ban infringement sites such as Pirate Bay or Kazaa, and also ban sites that sell illegal bootlegged watches, handbags, anything along those lines. Proponents of this include authors, publishers, and the music and movie industries, as well as fashion designers who for years have seen their knockoffs being sold online for much lower prices. Opponents include search engines such as Google, social networking sites like Facebook, and content sites such as Wikipedia, who strongly believe that the internet should be open and free to everyone, and there should be no restrictions on that whatsoever. In 2011, for 24 hours, Wikipedia went completely black in protest against this, and as a result, they have stepped back and they're revisiting this law to see if it does violate Americans' First Amendment right. So in conclusion, internet censorship is the control over internet access or suppression of content that already is online, and it can occur in many ways, both technically and non-technically. Events like the Arab Spring, which is what the Egyptian Revolution is termed, cause censorship changes. They could either be good or bad. In the case of Egypt, it was great. They had the president step down, which is what they desired, and they got what they were looking for. However, this has not been the effect it has caused many lives to be lost in some other countries and caused the government to actually have a tighter control over censorship in those countries. So it's been both good and bad. SOPA and PIPA in the United States is continuing to be further reviewed and will possibly lead to the shutdown of in the complete block of infringement sites, but it's not likely to happen due to Americans' First Amendment right of freedom of speech. The RWB and the ONI will continue to push for internet freedom, and that will be their initiative, and they have a very long, hard battle ahead of them, especially with countries like China and Cuba, who nowhere in the near future seem to be wanting to give any looser censorship to their citizens. For further reading, you can visit one of these sites, or please feel free to email me. Thanks.